Hey everybody, thanks as always for tuning in to PDubs Arcade Loft, where we always appreciate it when you hang out upstairs with us. And guess what? It's Monday. You know what time it is, right? It's Multicade Mondays, baby. All right, my dudes. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's say hi to everyone in the live chat real quick. Who's here? Let's see who's here. We got Ray Marino. He's going to be back. Sounds like he's got to have a poop break. Mark Whitman's here. We always love Mark. What's going on, Mitchell? Mitchell again. Let's rock. We got Chris. We got Alfred. We got Crumb. We got Stevie B. This Monday was a grade A beatdown. Glad for streams like this. Thanks, PDubs. Well, hey, man, if we can take your minds off the real world for just a couple of minutes, I think that's what it's all about, right? That's why we do this funny stuff on YouTube. I know myself as well. How's the lighting look? Do I look washed out? Do I look ridiculous? Let me know. I got some new lights. I'm still tinkering with them. What I noticed is, because I have like 6 cameras, every camera, I have to adjust the lights for every camera. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So hopefully the lights look okay on your end. They kind of look okay on my end. We also have Jay Heath is here. Darkwing is here. Luther is here. Corey is here. Tyler Vandermort, or Lord Voldemort, as I've always called him ever since he's been a subscriber. $5 super chat. I hope we get some legit solid cabinet news, my man. I know. Well, we are actually going to be talking about a couple of things. And these things are real. Killer Instinct as well as Terminator 2. We're going to be talking about those tonight on Multicade Mondays. Want to get your reactions? That's what these shows are all about. Getting your reactions to these products, whether you love them, whether you hate them. This is a safe place. My channel's a safe place. If you want to say you think something sucks, you can say it sucks. If you think it's awesome, say it's awesome. Don't be swayed by other people in the live chat. Make sure you share your own opinion. And as you guys know, I have no problem sharing mine as well. And we can all agree to disagree like gentlemen and fine young ladies and move on with our lives. Also, dudes, I am not wearing a hat today as well. I've been trying to wear less hats in 2022. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I have so many hats, but I've been trying to wear less hats to see what's going on. What's up, console fanboys here? Travis is here. He says 6 cameras is crazy. Tyler says solid show. Is that Ben Stiller hair gel in your hair, P-dubs? Oh my goodness, you guys are so funny. All right, guys, let's kick it off here. Let's talk about let's talk a little bit about Killer Instinct, because Terminator 2's kind of more the hot take, more of the fresh, hot off the presses. Let's give people a chance to join. As you know, it takes them a good 10 to 30 minutes to join the show, right? So let's talk a little bit about the Killer Instinct arcade cabinet. So start putting your thoughts in the live chat, guys. You've seen product reviews. You've also seen a little bit of drama out there in the community, which is unfortunate. But regarding, lack of some online features, such as no lobbies, no spectator mode. However, several people have posted opinion videos. I posted my I Am Switzerland video last week saying, hey, nothing to freak out about, because odds are they're going to add the features anyway. I've already heard rumors that they're already working on it. So there's a good chance Code Mystics will push out a firmware update in the future that will include those features. But minus that, guys, how are you feeling about the Arcade1Up Killer Instinct cabinets? Keep in mind, these cabinets were hella expensive. Weren't these the $700 cabinets, or was this $600? I think it was $700 with the stool. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You're getting 3 arcade games, 2 Nintendo Fluff games built in, console games built in, and all that kinds of stuff. Let's start getting some stuff on the live screen here before we start putting some extra stuff. Don't forget Powergate. Yes, apparently there's some of these cabinets. Now, I don't know how many. It definitely hasn't happened to anybody, but some people are having power issues with their cabinets. Is it a software bug? Is it a power plug issue? We have not heard any official statements from Arcade1Up, but I think there have been enough people out there who have reported it that Arcade1Up should say something. Notify their customers. Like, hey, we think it's this, and here's resolutions to get it fixed. Odds are you got to submit a ticket. We'll talk about T2 in just a little bit. Console Fanboy says he loves Killer Instinct. He changed his mind. C Marvel 360. Hey, what's up, man? You seem familiar. Have we met before? This guy's awesome, by the way. I'm not gonna give people your real name online. But him and I have been C Marvel here. Him and I have been trading emails back and forth, talking about joysticks and buttons and stuff. Super awesome. That's what this community's all about. Talking about that kind of stuff. And he's helped me. You know what I mean? He's helped me. And hopefully a lot of my reviews and tutorials have helped other people in the past as well. PDubs looking like a young Gordon Foreman. Throw up them likes. Yes, always give us a thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying the show. Hey Cham13, delete those clips from today. I don't know what's going on there, Mo, but maybe you'll let me know. Console Fanboy, $2 super chat. I love Killer Instinct. Twisted told me to be nice. Chris says, KI is on my list. However, a $4.99 price point will make me bite. So let me get that off the screen here, and let me pull up our Killer Instinct cabinet. That way we got a little something in the background here for you guys to stare at. You guys have seen enough footage and product reviews and things like that. Let's head over here. All right, let's head over here. By the way, if you're looking for T-Roll, he's back there, right? And T-Roll's got a new friend. Who is that? What is that? What's happening? You'll have to tune in next week and find out. He's taking the night off tonight. But as we take a look here at our Arcade1Up Killer Instinct arcade cabinet, you guys have seen product reviews, you've seen gameplay demonstrations and things like that. Overall, I have to say, minus the missing a couple of online features on this cabinet, as we mentioned before, which they're probably going to add anyway, so nothing to panic about, nothing to go jumping off a bridge or a cliff about. Minus that, and minus a few owners have had some weird power issue going on, which we don't know if it's a software thing. We don't know. One guy said he traded his Arcade1Up power cable with another Arcade1Up, and when he did that, his unit was working just fine. And I've heard other people have done other things to get their units up and running as well. So it's all very interesting. No official statements or words from Arcade1Up yet on what's going out there. But what I have to tell you guys is kind of like that I Am Switzerland video that I released a few days ago. I'm actually super impressed with this cabinet. Yes, super impressed, super impressed. You guys know me. There's no shill in here. I always tell you guys my honest opinion on things. Some people don't even share their opinion. I tell you guys my opinion, and it's okay to agree to disagree. I actually think this cabinet is pretty dang cool from what we've seen. However, there's a couple things. One, if the rumors are true that this cabinet is going to have a SKU at Walmart that doesn't come with the stool, that's going to be like $550 versus $699. That might be the one I say, if you're holding off, maybe go grab that. If you're worried about money, don't want to dump too much money into this kind of cabinet, etc. But if money ain't no thing and you don't care, you want to get this baby, you can go ahead and get this baby. Now they do have the Pro Series coming out. I myself am waiting. I want to see, is that Walmart SKU going to come out for $550? Is that Pro Series cabinet going to be announced officially with a price and potential ship date? Because guys, what if they say that thing's not coming until, October, November? Do you want to wait that long to get a Pro Series if you're super interested in it? If you want to get it on the action now, etc. Oreo says he's so excited for it to show up. My apologies, guys. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I thought I saw another super chat in here. My apologies, my friends. Crazy pinball discounts are at AtGames Pinball is $3.99 at Sam's, and Arcade1Up Pinball back to the original $5.99. That's pretty cool. Real talk, it's a beautiful game. I would probably love it if I knew how to play. Darkwing says Killer Instinct is one of my favorites, but that price point with no spectator mode is a no-go. There's a good chance that feature's coming out. I wouldn't stress too much about that. Master J, he's going to pass like a quarterback. Go long. Yes, the pinballs are on sale. We've talked pinball to death over the last 6 months. I really don't want to talk pinball tonight. Let's see. Did I miss anyone else? I thought I saw... Okay, this is it. Yeah, the super chat from Console Fanboy, just making sure, if you do super chat, got to show it. Real talk, KI is a very beautiful game. I would probably love it if I knew how to play it. I shouldn't be mean because I suck at it. I've done that before myself, my dude. I wouldn't stress too much about that. Sometimes we all have hot takes on things. Yes, those pinball deals are pretty good. But getting back to this Killer Instinct cabinet, guys. So, I actually think I'm not going to sit here and tell people not to buy this cabinet. Obviously, you're going to have your typical quirks. The marquee ain't the best. And it sounds like who did a really good product review that I was super impressed was you guys ever hear that guy Gem Mint Collectibles? Gem Mint did a really good product review, and his product review was kind of short, sweet, bullet points to the points. He talked about everything he liked, everything he didn't, and he pointed out something very interesting. And I think that got covered in other Killer Instinct reviews as well. He said that it sounds great, because that's the thing I've been trying to get to the bottom of from a lot of my viewers and comments and things I've seen around the community. Do we still have speaker gate on this cabinet? And it sounds like from a volume perspective, which is typically what that speaker gate was all about, it sounds like from a volume perspective, this cabinet has the appropriate volume. However, once you push it to max volume, this is what Gem Mint said in his review. He said it starts to sound a little bit tinny, if you crank it up to 15. So it doesn't sound the best, right? So I'm wondering, hey, can they push a firmware update to fix that? Or is it what it is, But from what I've seen from people in their videos, like when they've had this thing at like 10, 11, 12, it sounded fine. It sounded loud enough for our arcades. Let me know if you guys agree or not. Speaking of the devil, Twisted Gaming's here. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Let us know your feedback in the live chat about those speakers again, Chris, because I was just talking about what Gem Mint was saying. Here it is. The sound on KI is loud, but it is muffled out. I kind of think that's what Gem Mint was saying in his review as well, is that as it got louder, it wasn't as good or something of that nature. It kind of drowned out. Let's see here. All right, Mike of All Trades. Make sure you guys check him out on YouTube. He says he's a Killer Instinct owner. The sound is way better than any of the other cabs. Max does crackle a little bit. 10 is the sweet spot for me. So that's awesome. That's great feedback for you other Killer Instinct owners out there. Oreo. So on my cab, I've experienced the same thing. You turn it past 12 and it stops breaking up bad, or probably does. Jason goes, you don't have speaker gate, but you have spectate gate, which is hilarious, right? Which is hilarious. It was muffled in the arcade too. There you go. So overall, are these enough reasons for me to turn down this cabinet? Probably not. I think here's the thing is I don't know why I'm waiting for the Pro Series, because when I look at the Pro Series, I'm like, I'm going to get a 19-inch monitor, Suzo Hap joysticks, which aren't IL joysticks, but they're probably going to be much better than stock Killer Instinct joysticks. And I have heard some people say they like the joysticks in the KI cabinet. Also, taller cabinet, 19-inch screen, and they're saying better sound, better speakers, something of that nature. Everything else is pretty much the same. Looks like the cabinet might be slightly wider, maybe by an inch or two. So there's these things still, they're not going to be fat. They're still going to be pretty narrow. You're going to go from like 20 inches to what? 22-inch wide cabinet, something of that nature. Let's see if on the Pro Series they actually have the specs listed. Let's take a look. Let's pull that up here real quick on this Pro Series. I'm very, as you can imagine, I'm interested in the Pro Series, but need to know all the facts. Need to know all the facts on this particular cabinet before we commit. Where are we? Here we are, guys. Let's pull this up for you guys. So let's just go over here and see if did they give us the specs. Okay, so they gave us the height, right? So we'll go full screen here. They gave us the height. They told us it's 67.5 inches tall, but you notice they didn't give us the width. So we don't have the width. It does have a larger monitor in there, 19-inch, and it does look like you have some additional space in between player 1 and 2 versus the 3/4 scale edition. So the cabinet might be a little bit wider. You know, my son's a big boy. I'm a big boy. I still think we're going to be pretty crowded playing next to each other on here. All right, let's move over here. Let's see here. Um, so easy mod for better audio, but at the price point, I'd expect a bit better quality. Agree. Like especially when this Pro Series comes out, everything needs to be perfect, right? All the pressure is on Arcade1Up to make these perfect. Twisted agrees. If you turn it up past 10 or 12, it'll start drowning out. Overthink Gaming has had a bad experience with his Killer Instinct cabinet. His PCB died on him. He can't play the game. Dealing with customer service has been a nightmare. Don't buy direct, buy from a retailer. That's a real shame to hear as well. But what I can tell you, Overthink Gaming, is as you guys know, I am not unfamiliar with receiving dead cabinets. I've received dead AtGames cabinets. I've received dead Arcade1Up cabinets. Stuff like this happens, unfortunately. It totally sucks from an owner's point of view. I had to go buy a whole new Arcade1Up Big Blue in order to get my Big Blue up and running in what I would like to call a timely manner. Arcade1Up did eventually send me the new PCB, same issue. PCB was dead on arrival. And I had to put that in the other cabinet. I had to put that in the dead cabinet. That way I could get rid of the dead cabinet, right? So totally sucks, man. I feel for you. That's awful. And it sucks when you pay all that money and something's dead out of the box. I totally get it. I think the biggest hassle right now with all these companies is the lack of parts, right? The lack of parts on hand. And that really stinks. Like, should they delay releasing the cabinets until not only did the containers of cabinets arrive, but also that extra container of extra parts? Should they delay releasing these cabinets until they have the extra parts on hand for the what ifs, the just in cases? Or should they keep pushing these cabinets out immediately once they hit retailers, once they clear the ports and get on a truck, make their way to warehouses? That's a very interesting talking point. I think Arcade1Up is going to keep, if they have the cabinets, if they have the product, they're going to ship it as quickly as possible. I don't think they're going to wait for replacement parts, but wouldn't it be nice if replacement parts were readily available in today's world? Is Arcade1Up customer service similar to AtGames? So I've talked about this in other shows in the past, Call Me Rain. And the way I view Arcade1Up and AtGames customer service is in 2020, AtGames customer service, in my opinion, was doing a really, really good job. Arcade1Up's customer service, in my opinion, just from everything I saw in the world, plus one ticket I had open with them in 2020. I'm sorry. 2020. Arcade1Up's customer service was just bad. Now in 2021, Arcade1Up, in my opinion, you guys let me know if you disagree, they improved their customer service in 2021. Arcade1Up's customer service is so much better. I see so many less complaints in forums, Reddits, Discords, Facebooks, YouTube videos, comments on videos. Less and less people in 2021 were complaining about issues with Arcade1Up customer support. And when I opened tickets in 2021 with Arcade1Up, tickets were resolved, no issues. And it's kind of like they flipped. In 2020, AtGames kind of shined. In 2021, AtGames customer service definitely dipped versus Arcade1Up customer service. And I know that AtGames is aware of that, and I think they've already made like little post announcements. They're beefing up the team. They're trying to staff up the customer support team. They're looking at ways to improve their customer support. So I'm really hoping by the end of 2022, we could all come December say, hey man, AtGames improved their customer service. They're kind of back to where they were before, and hopefully Arcade1Up will stay the course. But you guys can let me know if you agree to disagree. No. Well, I mean, it happens. It happens, Rexer Show. I mean, I can't speak for Turbo Joe. I don't know how many people have had a cabinet die on them, but I mean, we've all had cabinets go out. I've had cabinets go out from all these companies. All right, let's clear that off of there. So getting back to this Pro Series. So where I was trying to go with this so we could start talking Terminator 2, because I know that's kind of like the most exciting hot topic thing right now, is I'm kind of stuck where I'm like, am I going to get enough bang for my buck? If this thing is $900 and the regular one is $700, I might be able to talk myself into this if it's 900. But if it comes in at 1,000 or 1,200, because those are the three price rumors I've heard, guys, is the Pro Series is going to be 900, it's going to be 1,000, or they don't even go 1,100. The rumors jump to 1,200. So if it does that, guys, I'm 1,000, 1,200. I don't know if I could talk myself into it. I might be able to. I don't know. But if that happens, you might see me swooning for that Walmart edition without the stool. That'll be $550, right? Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys waiting for Pro Series, and whether the thing is $1,000 or not? Are you gonna pick it up? No sticker shock. Kamla says, "Go Pro or go home." Let's see here. Healthy competition breeds better products and services. I would agree. A SKU with no stool would tempt me. Yes, yes. Like that's my fallback plan. Is there is going to be a SKU without a stool at Walmart for like $550, maybe six. No, not 600. It's got to be 550. That would be the one. Like, hey man, I don't want to pay $150 for a stool and all that. Thanks for the info. I'm rooting for both. Yeah, I'm rooting for everybody, man. I'm all about these home arcade companies. I want them all to stay in business. I want them all to succeed. Atari 2600, 3 out of my 6 Arcade1Ups had issues. That being said, they did fix the issues after a long wait. Okay, KI Pro is $999. Racing Pro Games 1200. That's what Twisted Gaming is speculating. Michael B. the Game Genie says he just wants the stool. I'm not worried about the stool, my brother. I'm not worried about the stool. Yeah, 1200 is tough. Yeah, it comes with a fatigue mat. I mean, you guys see this fatigue mat, right? Like, it comes with an anti-fatigue mat. You could literally take a nap on it. Take a look at that. So that's kind of cool. But so if you guys want to know my opinion, that's kind of where I'm heading. I would love to buy the Killer Instinct cabinet. It's awesome that Arcade1Up and Code Mystics got this thing to run on their hardware and got it to run really well. From everything we've heard from people, you notice no one's really complaining about the gameplay or the emulation. They're just complaining about the same stuff we always complain about. Size of the cabinet, speaker volume, joysticks and buttons not the best, and the marquees washed out. Minus that, everyone else is saying pretty good stuff about this cabinet. So I'm very interested in Killer Instinct. However, waiting to see what the Pro Series is, and if it's astronomical $1,200, I'll just get that 550 edition whenever it hits Walmart. We'll talk about iiRcade in just a minute here. So let's, you know what? Let's do that right now because that's going to be really quick. So in iiRcade news, we kind of talked about this on Super Game Room Dudes, but I know not all of my viewers subscribe to the Super Game Room Dudes podcast show. I wish you all did, or watch that show. Some of you guys just prefer the solo show. Totally understand, respect that. The collaboration show is a lot of fun with Mike and Carl and Steven. But anywho, iiRcade released that Moto, and I bought it on the Switch. It's the first racing game on the iiRcade or not racing game. First like new game of 2022 that they released, and I bought it. It was $2 on Switch. I bought it, played it on the Switch, but maybe I didn't give it enough time. I played it for 30, 45 minutes, and I got to be honest, guys, I was bored. I was kind of bored. It didn't really entertain me. Let me pull this up here for you guys so you can take a look at it. Now, if you disagree with me, throw it in the live chat. And here, we'll get this going on the screen here for you guys. Oh, let's get this ad off of here. I forgot to log into the premium account. Oh, wait, hold on. That's somebody's review. I meant to do the trailer. Sorry, I didn't have this queued up yet for you guys. All right, here we go. From Baltoro Games. Now, I like Baltoro Games, but let's take a look here. It's hard as hell. Yeah, it's hard as hell. I come to the cab fatigued. I bought it too. So if you take a look here, like this is pretty much the game, right? This is pretty much the game. It's pretty much a dodging traffic game, right? And you know, it goes, you go and you go and you go and you go, kind of like playing Talking Tom, and you're dodging obstacles. And if you hit anything, you're dead. You hit one thing, you're dead. You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know. I just couldn't really get into it. Like when I think racing game, I want to actually race. You know what I'm saying, guys? I want to actually race. I want to see other motorcycles in front of me or behind me and all that stuff. So I just couldn't get into this game. And when I told people I thought it was boring, some people got upset. And I'm sorry, but guys, I always tell you what I think. But yeah, if I'm gonna play a racing game, I want to race other cars, other people, etc. David, I ride for real. This is not the same. I do too as well. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a long time, as you guys know, PDubs got 2 motorcycles. I'm a motorcycle rider myself, so this game just didn't do it for me. They should have done Road Rash. Now, it's still wonderful to see iArcade release a game like this, and hopefully the next one will be super, super awesome. iArcade is also doing a big stream tomorrow. Jong is going to have, make sure you guys subscribe to the iArcade YouTube channel. They're doing their weekly shows. Jong is doing another Tuesday show 2 weeks in a row. And he's got a special guest on, and he said updates, announcements, and trivia. So hopefully we'll hear some good announcements tomorrow. I haven't spoken with Jong. He hasn't given me any advanced knowledge or tips or things like that. It's like Motorcycle Frogger. Run into vehicles on the road and you die. Okay, so it's not good. Okay, if you thank God. Well, it's my opinion, right? And if other people think it's great, I respect your opinion. I just, when it comes to driving racing games, I actually want to race people. I don't want to just dodge traffic. I hope that makes sense, guys. It literally felt like I was playing, like, you know, the Talking Tom game, and what's that Mayan game? Like on your cell phone where you're like running and you have to swipe, move to the left and right and collect the stuff. And if you hit one thing, you're dead. It's kind of like, that's what that game kind of reminded me of. There you go. That's how I ride. Full throttle. No compromise. There you go. All right. So, but that's pretty much what's going on with iArcade. Appreciate you guys bringing that up. And before we get to Killer Instinct, let's talk real quick about AtGames. So, from what I'm hearing from AtGames National Owners Day is still happening. They haven't given an official date yet. And I'm wondering if it's because February 14th is on a Monday. They usually do it on Valentine's Day. So I don't know if it's going to be on that Monday or that weekend or the week before, the week after. They have not told us yet. I do have a question for the community, though. Would you guys want myself or the Super Game Room dudes to host any kind of like AtGames National Owners Day, like night show, like we did that last year? We actually did it the year before as well. Do you guys want us to still do that, or do you guys don't think it's necessary? You guys, the viewers, are what matters most. If you guys aren't interested in it, let me know. We won't do it. If you are interested in it, I'll consider doing it. I think AtGames would like us to do it as well. But I've been thinking about it. Like, can we make it fun? Can we make it entertaining? Put that stuff. That's it. Temple Run. That's the game I was talking about. Thank you so much, Devil Waldo. I greatly appreciate it. Mike Hawk says, sure we do. He'd like a National Owners Day show. David says yes. By the way, guys, Papa Brad is here, and Papa Brad is legit. Yeah, would you guys like a pre-show and a post-show? Let me know. Yes, we do. Yes. Only if I have to debut the driving cab again. Well, I think we kind of learned from that experience, right? Okay, Darkwing Mallard. God, I love that name. Darkwing Dubs. I think you should all do a night show on it. Put a 1 in the chat for nudity. Michael B. You are hilarious. Michael Suna, yes, but only with a spreadsheet. Also, yes. Oh man, everyone else is making me move really fast through my stuff here. Yes, we'll talk about the Michael B thing in just 1 minute. Hope their deals are better this time. I haven't seen them yet. I hope so too. Oreo says, yeah, it would be cool, but if you're not up to it, no reason to push yourself. Gary says yes as well. Okay, guys, I appreciate your feedback. I didn't see anyone say no. You guys could tell me no. Soulless Swede, put your feet to the fire fixing UAC and Legends links since not 2020. You're talking about the user access control. Yes, we can definitely talk about that as well. I want all nod shows, but you need to be macho dubs for all of them. Oh, you guys are too kind. You guys are too kind. Okay. Thanks so much, guys. If you guys thought it was dumb and not worth watching, I wouldn't do it. So now I'll strongly consider it. I'll strongly consider it. All right, let's talk about Arcade1Up Terminator 2. So, good friend of the channel, B Kong, I talked to him. He said I could, share his video. There's also a link to his channel in the video description below. So, you guys definitely want to subscribe to Kongs R Us and check out the full, it's about a 1 hour live stream. A lot of great information was dropped during that live stream about the Arcade1Up Terminator 2 cabinet. My bad. My bad. I gotta turn back on YouTube Premium. I keep getting rid of it, and I don't know why. All right, guys, let's take a look here. So, guys, I want to know your honest feedback, reactions. This video's already gotten 5,000 views. And hey, by the way, talk about something super awesome. The fact that when B notified us, like other YouTubers, and said, hey, guys, the Gabriel guy, you know that Gabriel guy who just posted on Facebook that he has the Terminator 2 cabinet? I got a hold of him. And we're going to do a live stream. I'm going to interview him. The fact that we all were making posts like telling people, go watch B, go watch B, go watch B. Let us know what you think. That was really cool. You have to admit. I mean, that was really cool. It made me feel like we were part of a community, like everyone helping everybody. Like, hey guys, there's some information. Go look at it. That was pretty cool. Anyway, guys, what were you guys thinking about this Terminator 2 cabinet? The looks, the gameplay, the guns. I do have some thoughts of my own, but I want to get yours in here as well. Yeah, once you have YouTube Premium, it's hard to go back. He acquired it by illegal means? Well, I don't know if he actually acquired it by illegal means or not. I think he said he had a friend in the distribution center, and he was able to get one, if I recall. Hopefully, I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Mark Whitman, I see you were playing Zookeeper, and now I am. Yes, I do like Zookeeper. Come on, guys, give me your Terminator 2 feedback in the chat. It hasn't popped through yet. I'm still waiting for it to pop through. And let's go ahead. Let's pause this, and we'll get to the guns and stuff. It looks great, but the guns are a meh. Todd says he's hooked on T2. Papa Brad says it fell off a truck. We were just talking about you. Kongs are us. What's going on? Adam Montgomery. The problem with Nod, knowing that the deals are coming, keeps me from buying at full price. Okay, good feedback on Nod. I really wonder how long the guns will last and not burn out. So that was like the number one talking point between me and other guys behind the scenes was, it sounds like they actually have like a little solenoid in there. And if the plastic on the guns is really cheap, is it going to crack them down the road? Are they going to wear out? Are they going to break? That was like our biggest concern. But minus the longevity of the product, I have to admit, I thought the guns sounded cool. Y'all can make fun of me if you want, but when I was watching B's stream and I heard Gabriel's gun with the clacky, 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 clack, 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 I thought it sounded awesome. I was getting a little FOMO there. And then I realized, isn't this cabinet like $800 or something like that? Brent thinks it's total nonsense. It's a never buy from him. Soul Red says he's very tempted. He really wants a light gun for his arcade. Jason, looks good. Guns are noisy as hell. It would wake up the kids. That's pretty funny. But let's get this on screen here. So let's take a look here. Let's go large for you guys. All right. So here's a little gameplay. I do have it muted. But as you can see with the Sinden light gun tech, we do have the white borders around the screen. But then again, this guy's like sitting down in a chair away from the machine at an angle, and it was tracking the gun perfectly. So I really enjoyed seeing that. Because keep in mind, guys, I did pass on Buck Hunter, Big Buck Hunter, because I'm not into the hunting games like where you're hunting deer and bears and stuff. Like those shooting games don't interest me. Terminator 2 games like this interest me more. So I never got Buck Hunter, but the tracking, everything looked great. The guns sounded totally awesome. But the guns looked a little cheesy though. Like when he's holding it in his hand, it looked like a little itty bitty like toy you pick up at Walmart, something of that nature. Mark says he ordered it. Horizon says it looks great, but I'll just play it on my Legends with my aim track. I think it's super cool, but it's too expensive for one game. If they do a magical update with 3 games, I would be in. T2 is a pass. Jaster, that video, I love this word, allayed my fears about the guns. T2 FOMO, the cab looks huge. I'm making sure I get as many of you guys' comments on here as possible. As a fan of real arcades, I cannot do the T2. It's just too far off the mark, and it is just one game, squirt guns, tiny 17-inch screen, hard pass. I heard some people say they were waiting for a T2 Pro Series. I don't know if they'll do a T2 Pro Series, guys. I mean, if I had to guess, your Pro Series cabinets, remember they said they were only going to announce 4? They said 1 per quarter. Let's clear this off the screen. 1 per quarter is what they said about Pro Series cabinets. So you're talking this year, guys, only 4 Pro Series cabinets. I am willing to stake my life that those 4 cabinets are going to be Killer Instinct Pro Series, the Golden T1, which has already been leaked. Arcade1Up, I think, leaked that intentionally with their retail partner, Liberty Games, over in United Kingdom. I think, my honest opinion, you're going to get a Street Fighter 2 Pro Series and a Mortal Kombat Pro Series. That's my guesses for this year. I don't think they're going to give us a Terminator 2 Pro Series within the next 12 months. So if you want to get T2 now, you got to get it now. $2 super chat from Jaster. Got to put this next to my endoskeleton. Also, Real Ultimate Cardboard. Thanks so much for just subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. I put mine on top of my Legends this week. Okay, you guys must be talking about something else. No room, waiting for excellence. There you go. I love the idea of Big Buck Hunter. It just isn't something I need. Otherwise, I would own it. Okay, I could totally respect that. Thomas, I love the game in the arcades, but this one is one game cab at a high price, and the guns look like silly squirt guns. So I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking here. Let me kind of pull it up so we can show it. And this has nothing to do with Arcade1Up or, anything like that. Because keep in mind, I got Ridge Racer coming. I'm super excited about Ridge Racer. I think it's going to be great. I got really high expectations that Ridge Racer is going to be like the cabinet that surprises people this year. I'm thinking Ridge Racer is going to be awesome. Super excited about my pre-order for Ridge Racer. So this isn't like, oh my God, he doesn't like Arcade1Up. If you've been following the channel, you guys know I do like Arcade1Up, but I'll sing their praises when they do well. And if there's opportunities for improvement, I'll say there's opportunities for improvement. So I'm super stoked about Ridge Racer, and odds are I'm gonna get Killer Instinct, but it might be a while. I might wait for that $550 bundle at Walmart before I get it. But when it comes to Terminator 2, guys, I gotta tell you, despite the hype, despite the FOMO, despite the fact that this looks like a fun cabinet to have in your house, I think I'm gonna have to side with a lot of my viewers and subscribers who have said not picking up this cabinet. Due to one game, some bonus footage. Yes, I know the real arcade had one game. I totally get it, etc., etc., etc. I totally get that, guys. But I just can't do it. I can't spend all that money on this cabinet. And I do agree, I'm not a big fan of the detachable light guns and the way they look. I love the way they sound, but not the way they look. So if anyone asks me my opinion, I'm passing on Terminator 2. I was waiting until we got something like this. So my real reaction is I'm not going to pick it up. And I know some of you guys are super hyped for it, and I'm so excited that you guys are excited, but I can't do it, guys. I can't jump on the FOMO bandwagon for this arcade cabinet. It hurts. It hurts. And also, yes, and this isn't like I'm not throwing shade or anything, but Terminator 2, awesome shooting game, one of my arcade favorites. but I've played it so much on like, AtGames and other devices, Raspberry Pis, etc., using a light gun connected to it that I just don't need it. I don't need it. Um, but yeah. By the way, is anyone else hyped for Ridge Racer? Or am I the only one? And David says the behind the scenes video looks dumb. Oh, that's not fair. It's like a baby's toy. Everyone's forgetting about that in-depth documentary that's included. Multicade suggests multiple games as in plural. Absolutely. Jaster, $2 super chat. Thanks so much. Gotta put this on my next endoskeleton. T2 Pro will be on my radar if it was priced under 1,000, but we all know that won't happen. Let's ultra combo that like button. Thanks so much, Cornflakes. I greatly appreciate it. Pac-Man Pro Series for console fanboy. If I bought Terminator 2, I would have to change the name of the show or that episode where we talk about that cabinet to Single Game Mondays or One Game Mondays. That's pretty funny, Jamie. Well played, sir. Well played. Kongs are us. I'm not getting this cab. I have my multicade gun cab already. If I did something, I'd invest in real mounted rail guns to make a pedestal build. Well, there you guys go. Finally, someone else is excited about Ridge Racer. Thanks so much, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Ridge Racer looks fantastic. I'd be stoked to have that on the way. Yeah, man. 19K Fox is here, but he's also over in Guam. Hopefully you're safe, man. Hopefully you're safe. Next Pro Series will be Zookeeper. No, Nostalgia. Take me saying that. I'm not Michael B. I usually don't flip-flop on stuff too much like that. Yes, Michael B., I'm teasing you. And yeah, the 17-inch screen as well. That's tough too. Like if it had a 19-inch screen, like if they do make a Pro Series, I mean, but maybe not Terminator 2. House of the Dead. Even though I can play that on other devices too, that might really entice me. Oh, take a look at this, guys. See these guns? So I gotta admit, I wasn't super impressed with the way the guns looked. Maybe it's because they have to go red and blue, obviously due to legality issues. You can't have toy black guns running around and some kid accidentally gets shot by a police officer if they happen to take the gun outside the house, etc. Totally understand and respect that, but I don't think they looked great. And but they sounded awesome. They sounded awesome. Ridge Racer possibly. T2 no, too small screen. 2 inches makes a difference. Well, I mean, it helps. It gives you like one more reason. Like, that list of cons that people do and say these are the reasons I'm not buying this cabinet. You kind of scratch one of those off. Paint the guns. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could, but why bother? That's a lot of work. You could always paint the guns after your 90-day warranty is up. Oh, endless. You're so funny, my dude. You're so funny. But overall, guys, that's my reaction to T2. Absolutely love this Gabriel guy. It was so cool of him to get the cabinet and hop on B's show. And it was really cool that B was able to nail this guy down for a quick interview. Because, we were all able to get together and see this cabinet in action. And it was really cool, too, when they were both playing the games simultaneously. I don't want to ruin the entire video for B, but then again, it is an hour long. Make sure you guys check the link in the video description below. If you haven't seen it already, watch the whole thing. Tons of great information was given during that video about this cabinet. Also, missing a coin door. I think they should have, for that price, you're telling me you can't throw that $10 plastic molded coin door on here? They should have put the coin door on here. Am I wrong? That $10 piece of plastic, that thing should be on every single arcade cabinet moving forward. There is no reason not to have it on there. None. Especially because it's a non-functional coin door. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, and by the way, when it comes to Killer Instinct, I love Battletoads. If you've been following the channel a long time, you guys know I'm a big fan of the Battletoads arcade game. So it's pretty cool that Battletoads is on that cabinet. Custom racing cabs and countercades. Don't know what's going on here. All right. Anyone getting Pac-Mania? I already own 2 Namco Legacies. I actually did a video about that. I'm not getting it. But check out that video where we kind of talk about why you should or shouldn't get the Pac-Mania cabinet. I still think Michael B will get the Mike's gonna get everything. Yes, coin doors are a must. Just added one to my big blue. Thanks so much, Tyler. Like honestly, guys, I mean that. How much do you think it cost them to manufacture that plastic mold? They should throw that on every cabinet now, especially if they're charging us 6, 7, 800 bucks. That should be on all of them. You know what I mean? For that price. Now, Mike, you're getting a little greedy, asking for a real coin door with $200 in quarters. I think if it was a fully functioning coin door, like you could actually put in quarters for redemption, I think that changes the whole ball game, guys. I think that becomes it actually, the license is totally different. You know what I mean? Because it could be commercialized or something of that nature. I forget the best way to say it. But what's cool about the coin doors on the Pro Series is supposedly the coin doors will be functioning, whereas it'll be a push button, like insert coin, like the push button on like the AtGames Legends pinball machine. It's not a real coin mechanism, but that would be good enough for me. Mark Whitman, can we talk about the naked Space Invaders on the attract mode on iArcade? I hope it's not released like that. I think it will be. I think it will be because that's the original arcade and a version of Space Invaders. No color. I think that's what iArcade is going to release. Now, what I am hoping is they'll surprise us and say, hey, but we also have the other versions of Space Invaders, the ones with like the color background and stuff. Because AtGames has that on their platform. They have the original, I think, and they have the one with the color background. So hoping iArcade surprises us and says, we have both versions. Buy whichever one you want the most. All right, hold on. Chat's really moving now here. I'm still rocking the original Pac-Man release. I wouldn't mind upgrading. If you have the original Pac-Man, which is what I said in my video about Pac-Mania, I said, if you're still rocking that original yellow Pac-Man, now's the time for Pac-Mania to go run wild. Now's the time to upgrade. I did say that, Devil Waldo, so you fit that candidate. Time to upgrade. PDubs, do you think an MK Pro is coming? I don't think it is because of the backlash. Nope. 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 All that backlash, there's no such thing as bad press, baby. All that did was let people know that Arcade1Up was making a Pro Series cabinet. Think about it. MK Pro is coming. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then, yes, you can get like those X-Arcade coin doors and, hook those up yourselves. Tony C says he wishes this hype over Space Invaders would be over. It's 3 minutes of fun, then over. Depends on how good you are at Space Invaders. Mike says we got 215 people watching. Thanks so much, guys. I greatly, greatly appreciate your support every week. It means so much to me. And if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up. Tonight's episode of Multicade Mondays is a little bit more laid back than what I've been doing. As you guys know, what I've been trying to do with Multicade Mondays is make it a little bit different than some of the other podcast shows we've been doing, such as if you guys recall, we have pre-recorded interviews, pre-recorded film segments, things like that. So we'll be returning to form next week. This weekend was my son's 21st birthday, so I was super busy with my son, and also my in-laws are in town because it was my son's birthday. So I wasn't able to put together like all the produced segments and things like that. You know what I mean? Because I know you guys like to change it up, and all of my other podcast shows, it's literally the talking heads, right? So Multicade Mondays, I try to add a lot more value to your day with all those segments and stuff. We'll get back to that next week, guys. So I appreciate your support. Yeah, no funny sponsor tonight. But yeah, man, can you believe it, guys? My son is 21 years old. Whew, that was kind of funny watching my son. Of course, I asked my son, "What do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? You want a beer? You want whiskey? What do you want? What do you want?" And he's been hanging out with his mom too long. He goes, "Can I get a Fireball and Sprite?" So his first cocktail was a Fireball and Sprite. Oh my God. And that's silly. I know Fireball is good stuff, but my son, I was surprised. You know what I mean? I thought he would go for I'm a big Jim Beam fan, so I thought he'd want some of my Jim Beam. He's like, no, I want Fireball. I want Fireball. Now he can finally find out what alcohol tastes like. So what's funny too is as we were going over the weekend and he'd have drinks here and there over the weekend, what's kind of funny is be like, wow, so what'd you think of that? He'd be like, it's not my first time. I'm like, you little shit. You're supposed to be this 21-year-old alcohol virgin. But you know what happens with kids. You know what happens with kids. And yes, we did go to the yes, this did happen. Like we promised, this did happen. We do have some funny I do have a funny story about that, but I have to make sure it's okay to talk about. Start with an old fashioned. That was what my father drank. My father loved old fashions. Let's see here. He will graduate to good bourbon in about a year. Cheap bourbon, go for Johnny Walker Blue Label. Adam Montgomery, Fireball's my guilty pleasure, but I'd never mix it with Sprite. Okay, awesome. You may have noticed, guys, right here. Sorry, I got this thing in the way, but right here, I still have a few of the prizes from the 10,000 subscriber giveaway special. I got to get these packaged and shipped out. Unfortunately, by the time I was ready to do so, family was in town, kid's birthday over the weekend. So my apologies. I know people are waiting for their prizes. I'll get these shipped out ASAP. When do you think Mutant Football releases for the iArcade? Honestly, I'm starting to worry it's not going to happen. But if it does happen, a good time to announce it is during football season. Something of that nature. Jack and Coke. There you go. I like Jack and Coke. PDubs' son spent time in the Champagne Lounge. Well, you know what's funny is all I could say is when we were there, he's like, so how do the prices work? How does it work, right? And I'm like, I don't even know. It differs from every place. Let's get a young lady over here to tell us the prices. She's going to come over here. She's going to sit on your lap, put her arm around your shoulder. Because this was my first time, right, being in these places. I'm assuming this is what happens. She comes over, sits down. And I'm like, my son would like to know, this is his first time, what the prices are for, table dance, the little chair dance, like where they take you to the little room, and then of course the ultra VIP stuff, right? So it's kind of funny is just seeing his eyes like this. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, this was me. I did embarrass him while we were at the Gentleman's Club. I did embarrass him because I am older and I've been to those places like crazy. And when I was younger, not lately. Fun packs are cool. PDubs, please. First time for everybody, right? First time for everybody. The backroom special. No, none of that actually happened. PDubs just earned a lot of cool points for it. But he did have fun. He did have fun. And I found out he likes redheads. So that was very interesting. Price list numbers? We must know. What was the typical club price? Typical club prices. You know what I'm saying? Like you get like $25 per song, that kind of thing. So pretty funny. Man, we were talking about arcades. The live chat was moving slow. We start talking about Gentlemen's Club. You guys went nuts, man. You guys went nuts. Let's get back to the arcades real quick before my son murders me. Waiting for my Ridge Racer. Can't wait. NFL Blitz. Ask for the spreadsheet. Wouldn't it have been funny if we went in there with all our spreadsheet jokes asking for, can you put that in a spreadsheet, what your prices are? That would be great. Yes, I walked in yelling funny stuff. $10 Tuesdays. I think, well, I don't think she was real because it was one of them like dyed jobs where it was like fluorescent red or like kind of like that Eva chick from WWE wrestling, Eva Marie. It was that kind of red. So I don't think it was her real hair color, but he really enjoyed it. Stop spending your arcade fund on the ladies. PDubs Adult Loft. You guys are kidding. You guys are killing me. My wife is looking at me funny. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm so sorry. I would buy this cap in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Should have asked them what their favorite cabinet was. In parentheses, don't do that. Oh my God, you guys are cracking me up. All right, so let's put this in the live chat because you guys are having fun with your fingers. Because I want your reactions. You saw the videos from Kongs or Us. You've seen some people ask the questions. I put the poll in the live chat. Terminator 2, yes or no? Are you guys picking this one up? And don't pick an option just because I say I'm not picking this one up. Don't mark no just because I said no. Tell me your honest opinions. Are you guys going to be picking this one up from Arcade1Up? I know there's some of you out there who are super excited about it. And if you are, that's totally cool. That's totally awesome. I'm so happy for you. But when it comes to this cabinet, although I love this shooting game, I don't see enough there for me to pick it up. However, I'm excited about my Ridge Racer cabinet. And I'll fight you to the death on it. I think it's going to be the sleeper hit of the summer. Keep the votes coming, guys. I see. T-Roll made it rain. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. You're still with the Gentleman's Club comments. Cracking me up, bro. Hard pass. Well, I put yes or no. I know some of you guys are hyped about it. Console Fanboy says yes. How to Bachelor. By the way, guys, make sure you guys check out How to Bachelor on YouTube. I watched one of his gameplay live streams on my lunch break this afternoon. I actually really enjoyed it. Walter Harris says PDubs said no. I said no. I told you not to do that. I told you not to do that. This is the comment of the year. I love T2, but selling a child for Mortal Kombat as it is. Oreo, he's on my page. Ridge Racer is going to be the best cab we have seen yet. Mark my words. All right, let's go ahead and end the poll here. We're at about 100 votes. Thanks so much, guys. It looks like 77% of you are passing on this cabinet. That's okay. Because even if you think about it, that 23% times the people in this chat times that percentage of Arcade1Up fans, this thing's going to sell like hotcakes. When this thing hit the ports, that like over 6,000 units arrived, and that's just one shipment. You know what I mean? It's crazy. They sold a ton of these cabinets. Think about it. A ton of these Terminator cabinets. And they sold a ton of those Tron cabinets. It's nuts. Redheads and fireballs, the boys consistent. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, my dudes, that's what's going on in the world of AtGames, iiRcade, Multicades, as well as what's going on with our here, let me get this off of here. With our Arcade1Up stuff. I wanted to get your guys' feedback and reactions. I'll also tell you mine on these cabinets. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, do me a favor, give us a thumbs up on the way out. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully you guys had fun hanging out with me tonight. When my son watches this replay, he's going to kill me because he's like, Dad, I do not want you talking about our trip to the Gentleman's Club on your podcast show. Don't talk about it. Don't tell them anything. Like, he was so embarrassed. My son's an introvert, just like my wife Melissa. She's a big introvert. She's like a librarian, always has her face in a book. I'm a little bit more outgoing than her, right? So she's just like him. He's very shy. So, yeah. But I talked about it anyway. As parents, it is our solemn duty to embarrass our children. My dad did it to me, man. Every time I had girls over to the house when I was younger, my dad would always talk so much trash and embarrass me in front of these girls. Oh, man. And I was like, stop doing that, Dad. They're not going to date me if you keep doing that, Dad. And he'd be like, ho, 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 ho. Shut up. All right, my dudes, that's what I got for you tonight. I think Michael B. the Game Genie might be on now, or he might be coming on later. I can't even tell. He's going to be talking about new Arcade1Up Legacy Edition cabinets. I think I just did that stream yesterday. Either way, it's always good to hear someone else's take on the same subject. So head on over there, tell them it's a raid from the loft, tell them PDubs sent you, and all that kinds of stuff. We'll be back next week, my dudes. Talk to you real soon.